Ring Conn Gen 2. Love this thing. I've not really had a wedding ring for a long time. That's because of my job. Welding one day and I looked down at my finger and it was purple and black. It's a little scary. I don't know why it got like that, but I was welding, looked down. Then I had another incident. I had a white gold ring. I was messing with some forks on a articulating lift. I don't know how. I got my ring bent and I had to take pliers to bend it back out and get it off. Two things that happened to me, I was pretty much done with the ring. So I quit wearing a ring for, I mean, it's been 20 some years since I had a wedding ring, and my wife always wanted me to have one, and I finally decided and looked at these and I was like, I'm gonna get a smart ring. I found out you can actually wear it on your ring finger, and I was like, that's perfect. I love tech. I love all this stuff. So I got it on sale. I only paid about 208 for mine. Prime has deals all the time. It's 299 right now. Let's check this out. This I may put in the thumbnail. This is better than my Apple Watch. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Better than your Apple Watch? Yeah. Do you see my watch on? Yeah, it's charging. It's on. As soon as I get home, I take that thing off. What good is that doing for my health? It's not monitoring nothing when it's been put up. When I get home, I take that off. I can't wait to get rid of all the stuff that I got to take to work, like my Leatherman knife. If I don't have that at work, I feel like I'm missing something, just like with the Apple Watch. But when I get home, I want to get rid of all this stuff. I don't want all this extra weight or anything. And that even includes the Apple Watch. And I know it will track, sleep apnea and all that stuff. It does. One of the, it is one of the best fitness trackers out there. And I watch a lot of guys when I buy stuff, I go through a ton of reviews myself. I watch people, I listen, I look at all the info. That is top. That is S tier. The Apple Watch is maybe S plus. Like it's up there in its tier system. And I watch a guy, he does testing on all this stuff. This thing's pretty low, on the fitness tracking. It's way down there that this guy tests. But if you're not wearing it, how are you going to track it? I don't wear my Apple Watch when I go to sleep. It's too much. I want to say it's too big, but it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. But this thing here, I have it on all the time. I mean, you can wear it when you're showering, anywhere. I wear it when I sleep. It does not bother me. The app is awesome. The battery life, I've got the bigger size and it says 12 days of battery. It does have 12 days of battery. And I know there's other smart rings like I think the Aura is, kind of second. You have to pay a subscription fee. This one, you do not have to pay a subscription fee. And that matters so much to so many people because basically, if you're paying $5 a month, which I think that's what the Aura is, to be able to get rid of that payment, I mean, that's what, $60, $60 a year. These batteries in these rings, I don't know how long they're going to last. This one has the best battery, the longest battery life. And I will say after 6 months of owning this, it is so good. And that battery case that they have with it is amazing. Make sure you buy the ring kit for you see how this one's different than that one? I don't think it matters. This one might be a newer one. I can't remember. It was amazing. This one felt the best out of all of them. Kind of see it in there. It's different colors. You really get a good feel for the ring. And you can see this is the Aura, which I think that's second, and this ring is so much bigger. Get both of them if you want to test them out. This ring is massive compared to this. Look at the size difference in those. It is, especially when you have it on your finger, it feels so big. I was so glad. I had it in my mind. I wanted the Ring Conn, but because of the subscription, I didn't know how good it would work. I was amazed. I'm amazed at the app. They keep updating stuff. They have the sleep apnea, but you have to actually activate that to get it to work. So it's not like on all the time because I think it uses more battery, but this battery's insane. It is so insane. I also tried the Ultra Human. It's been so long since I tested them out. It's a box in a box. And this one actually has your metal types on there. Like it doesn't even fit the size 13 that I'm wearing on the other two. Go down to 12. Fits pretty good. But if you get these ring sizing kits, see, and this one's way bigger. Like, but it's not too bad. That's not too bad. The Ringconn is my favorite out of all three of these. The feel of it, which I already had in mind. That's what I wanted. I'm just lucky it fit as good as it does. I hardly even notice it. When I look at other people's rings, you can't tell that mine is a smart ring. Most of the complaints on here are that it gets scratched up. And I will say, after like, I don't see any scratches on it at all. And I've looked at these reviews. You know how I love to look at reviews. They've showed quite a few scratches. Let's go down here. Size before you buy, the sleep apnea monitoring, and I do have that. I have a CPAP machine. I want to test that monthly to make sure my machine's working good. If there's something wrong, just in case. This is great. I don't want to use my Apple Watch. Waterproof. Your steps. I compared the steps from this to my Apple Watch. And you're like, Eric, how did you test it? Well, I took 100 steps. Then I took another 100 steps. I had one on one arm, one on the other, switched it out. I'll show it if I got the info. I took it on my notes. They were both wrong, but they were close. Take that for what you want. The Apple Watch was wrong too on the step count. I think they do a great job, both of them, at tracking your steps, the heart rate. Checked them both against each other. Same thing. I checked my oxygen. Same thing. Same numbers. As far as that goes, I think they're doing a good job. They have updated. They have got like a headache warning thing now. Some other health stuff. And it will tell you. I had one morning, I don't know, we had some drinks or something somewhere, and it told me that, hey, something, did you, like, it was asking, like, hey, did you drink alcohol, basically? And it was like, wow, that's amazing to be able to know health stuff like that. Free app, no subscription fees. This is one of the biggest deals. It's amazing. Size before you buy. There at test. How many events you have during sleep. And they say it's 90% effective, which I don't know how much compared to the Apple Watch it would be. Now, as far as fitness tracking, get an Apple Watch. Apple Watch is going to do so much better if you're a cyclist, if you're a runner, if you want to track your exercises. Apple Watch is amazing at that. Okay, this is not going to beat the Apple Watch at fitness tracking. It tells you now. They say that I don't really care about these too much. The one guy that I said tested them, he said this was off. I just want to see how long I sleep. What time I went to bed. Am I in bed long enough? Am I sleeping long enough? I don't really care what stage. I don't think I don't see how any of these do it very well unless you have, like, when you get that sleep study done to get a CPAP, like, you got a, a, handful of wires coming out of all the stuff hooked to you. So, I don't see, okay, can check your women's stuff. I wish Amanda was here to say, but that's awesome. I don't want to just pass over this. This is amazing. Uh, you see when you can have child with baby inside right here, help you out on stuff like that. What's the best time for that? Awesome. This is awesome. And I feel like the body temperature thing at night too, like it helps if something's wrong with you, if you're sick or whatever. And I've had it do it. Like, hey, your temperature's messed up, and wake up and be like, yeah, I think I'm sick. Yeah. And no, from it, stress monitoring, I think this works amazing. You can actually go back and see throughout your day, like, hey, I was stressed out at this time. And you go back and look on your app. Yes, it's on there. That is so amazing. And you just see, like, it tells you, like, hey, your heart rate's up, or your my sleep, how much sleep I got last night. Look at this, and my oxygen. And I'm going to talk to my doctor about my oxygen levels at night, because I'm having a lot of problems it going below 95%. And I don't like that. I'm feeling a little bit off in the mornings. So I can have that checked out with my doctor. Now, my sleep, I mean, look at this. And you can actually put how you feel, so it'll do like a better sleep thing. But I was in bed for 7 hours, got 6 hours and 23 minutes of sleep. Tells you I went to bed at 12:52, got up at 8 o'clock or 8:05. Now, like I said, with this stuff here, I don't know how good that does. It shows you your heart rate throughout the night, your averages, heart rate variability, and that has to do with your sleep or your stress. And there's my oxygen. This is one I'm going to have looked at. That thing is going off all the time now. Here's your skin temperature, your respiratory rate. It will do naps. It will auto detect naps. The only bad thing that I see, if you're in a moving vehicle or maybe an airplane, this is not working. I wish they could get that fixed. That would be awesome. So if you're like on a bus ride or whatever you're on, a train ride, they can have it where it knows that you're sleeping, but it will auto detect naps. If I wake up, let's say for 30 minutes in the morning, then I go back to bed, it will detect a second sleep. This thing does really good. I don't have to tell it I'm going to sleep. It knows, and it's really good at it. Okay, let's go back. Your activity, the steps, I think it does great. I think this is so important to so many people, to know if you're getting enough physical activity a day. And it knows what kind I'm getting, like moderate and all this stuff here. Here we go. Activity intensity is showing it. It's telling you how much, and it does a really good job. Okay, let's go back. Stress is right here. And you can see I'm pretty, like, it'll probably go up for this video. It's a little stressful for me doing these videos. It does such a good job throughout the day. And you can see here, you can tell I was stressed out around 1 o'clock yesterday. And that's 100% correct. This is so amazing. I know what was going on through the day. Look how good of a day I had that day. It's just so good. It is so good. And it will tell you stuff. It's telling you to have a great weekend, and and all this stuff. Like it's just been amazing. Vital signs, you can go in here, tells you what your heart rate's been. And I had on my Apple Watch where I had a high resting heart rate, and it notified me, and that way I could get to the doctor and get that fixed, or whatever. And that's something amazing. I've had my wife where she used it, hers where she was having heart palpitations, got that taken care of. My grandma, I feel like me and my wife helped my grandma get one. She was wanting to get something to monitor if she fell down, where she could, and she got an Apple Watch. I feel like me and my wife helped convince her to get one, and she did. And she had to use it. Like, she fell down, used it. Having that watch on you, you know, where you can do that, and it knows when you fall down or in a crash or anything. Like I was talking before when we unboxed that Apple Watch, like having this information on you all the time is so important, you know, for your health. Just so much information on here. And now they have this new health thing, lifestyle scores, all your scores here. So you can go through here and it'll tell you stuff. So you can go to your badges. It says your battery life, health alerts. Okay. I'm not going to go in here because it actually shows my address. So you can put where it knows where you're at. Headache signs, normal. Vital signs, normal. Sun exposure and hydration, normal. I can't wait to use this through the summer and see how this goes. I've not had any notifications on that yet, and they're not telling you all this stuff on any of the sites because it's in their labs, basically, like it's a new feature. But here we go. Stress monitoring tracks your daily activity. Look at this. Look at all that data there. I think it does good enough, but it's not going to be an Apple Watch. Here we go. Battery life. This case is so good. It is such a heavy built case, premium case. Okay. And they say 150 days of battery life. So you only have to charge this case twice a year. That is awesome. You can share your data. So if you have a family member, your mom, your dad, or whatever, you can get them one of these watch or these rings, and they can share their data with you or your child or whatever. Look at all this. So much. Source date for 7 days. I thought it was 3. They must have upped that or something. But you can see all the levels. So they do have AI now. I've not been using this, but it's already been in there a little bit. I can't wait to see how that works. Feather-like design, titanium. It's absolutely, out of the rings that I tried, this is the best one. Waterproof, 328 feet. Best sensor technology. And look at all these: Android Police, Forbes, Yahoo. And this was on Kickstarter. But the first thing you got to do is order your ring kit. Okay. Now let's go through here. Awesome value. Scratches easily. This is what I'm talking about. Most of the bad reviews for this ring, now I went through here before, are going to be for scratches. Try for the best. bad brassy collar. So if you don't like the collar, they only have like 3 collars. I got the black, love it. No scratches. 6 months. Yes, I do construction work. Like, that's amazing. Color disappointing. Okay, there's another one that does not like the collar. And I did see they do have a an air version now. So you may check that out too, because I seen it was $199, but I don't know. I don't have any information on it. So multiple generations. The watch and the ring never agree on anything. Steps, heart rate, even needs to be charged often. So I checked mine. Everything was the same. The steps was very, very close. And I actually counted my steps myself and they was both wrong. So I don't know on this guy here, but look how bad that's scratched up. It's really bad. Now this says blows ore out of the water. Selling information. Yeah, we don't want our information sold. Nice tats. What's that mean? Okay. There we go. Bang for your buck. Definitely worth considering. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next review. Bye. Look at all the data. Very happy. I do not recommend for sleep apnea monitoring. Lost my People find it uncomfortable. Well, this is the most comfortable ring that I have found. Smart ring. So they don't like there's no half sizing options, which none of those have half size options. Okay.